Alright, so we are here to unbox the Retron 3 HD. I've had this for about a month and a half now, and I wanted to finally get my new lighting system, my new table, and we're going to unbox this right here, right now, and let's check it out. So, came in this plastic. Open this. Now, never tried one of these as far as the Retron 3. It's the first Retron 3 I'll be trying out. Box cutter. I'll slice over here. Right here. Yeah, right here. Alright, let's open it up. So they have a clear black, like a smoke black, and then they have this like clear red, whatnot. Sorry, I can't find the camera today. So let's take it out. Not too bad. Pretty sturdy. Yeah, it's not bad. So you got one for NES, Genesis is in the middle, and then Super Nintendo's on the bottom. You got power, pushes in, reset, obviously, just bounces out. Now it supports Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. However, the Super Nintendo controllers do not work with the NES side of it, and does not come with NES controllers. But it has the ports here. You'll need to provide yourself with a NES controller in order to use NES games, which is kind of weird that they did that, because they give you one Super Nintendo controller and one Genesis controller. You have your NTSC and PAL underneath for the NES, and then for Sega you have your NTSJ, NTSU, and PAL. And then your Super Nintendo, you have NTSC and PAL over here. In case you're playing on the composite cables. So you got composite here, you got power, and you got your HDMI, and you got your, what is it, 16 by 9? No. What does that say? I don't know what the heck that says. It's like backwards. I don't know. And it's some weird thing. I can't make it out. Okay, so I got the machine. So let's check it out. Got your Genesis controller. It's modeled after the, I think it's a Squire. It's not bad. It's not a bad controller at all. It's a little bit heavier than the Genesis controllers. The buttons are plasticky, but they are pretty solid. It's not that bad of a controller. Color's nice. D-pad is pretty good. It's a little plasticky, but it'll do. It'll be good. I used the black version of this controller and I really enjoyed it, so not bad. I have the Genesis, I forgot what they called it, Hyperkin's version of the Genesis came out last year. I really like that machine, so yeah, there you go. So that's the Genesis controller. We have your Super Nintendo. This is, I think, based off the Cadet, or maybe this is the Squire. I don't even know. I forgot all the names already. Not bad. I actually enjoy these controllers. They're pretty good. They did a really good job with these. D-pad, it seems fine. So, there you go. Super Nintendo. That's what it looks like. Get all these out of here. You have your manuals. And then in here, you have more cables. Just let it all come out. You got your AV composite. That's if you want to use this on an older TV, obviously, like a CRT. You have your HDMI cable, not bad. And you have your power, your USB, micro USB over here. And is that it? Nope. They give you a wall adapter so that you can plug in your micro USB to the wall to power the machine, which is good. It's pretty cool that they did that. So, not bad at all. I think that's it. The system is all unboxed. I will be right back with gameplay. We're going to test a few things out here. We're going to see what games, if it reads reproduction cartridges. I'm going to see a bunch of stuff. I'm going to test quite a few games out, see how it looks. Stay tuned. Let's try let's put it on Super NES. Let's try a Super Famicom cartridge. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I'm going to cut the lights off so you guys can see the screen. Lights up blue. And there it is. Okay. It was on 16:9 for whatever reason. Controller feels good. I don't have a problem with the game being in 16:9. A lot of people have that problem. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. If it looks too stretched out, I'll go back to 4:3. But this doesn't look too bad. I'll be honest with you. It's not that bad. It's not that good. I mean, it's pretty good for the quality. It seems pretty good. I have a Super Famicom, which is why I have this game. I think I got it in a lot or something. Controller feels responsive. It's pretty good. I've used this controller before. Alright, so not bad. So let's try a different game. Let's try... I got quite a few games here. Let's try a reproduction I made of Eek the Cat. I made this reproduction myself, so let's try it. Let's put it in. See if it loads up. There you go. Reads reproductions. You know, it doesn't look that bad at 16:9 for whatever reason.
It never hurts to help.
This game's not that good. But I burned it because it was like an easy game to burn. I burned Back to the Future also, but I don't have that right here. Yeah, I don't know what technique they use, but it looks like it's supposed to be in 16:9. The way that they did this. It seems like they shrunk the screen a little bit and panned out. I don't know. It's very weird, but it doesn't look bad. I don't feel any lag. I'm using the D-pad right now. It's very responsive. So far, I mean, this is a nice little machine. Again, this is not for enthusiasts. This is just for people that just want to play Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Nintendo and just be done with it. It's not for collectors. This is not for people that want, like, the Mega SG, for example, or the Analog NT, or Super Analog NT. This is just for people that just want to play their games, pay the $80, have all 3 consoles to play their stuff. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Cartridges come right out. No death grip. Let's try a reproduction of Contra 3, the Alien Wars that I made. I can't even get this stupid thing in. There you go. I think that's just this cartridge. There we go. I have this game, like, legit. But again, it was an easy game to reproduce, so... No issues. Looks great. So far, so good. No issues. I'm liking that. Let me see here. Why don't we try a Sega Genesis game? Let's do Red on Red, if you know what I mean. That, we want to go in. Maximum Carnage on Sega Genesis. Now we got to get our Genesis controller. And export that. Okay. Let's leave that there, just so I know where this stuff is. We switched to Sega Genesis mode. Let's see if this works. And there it is. That looks bad. Stretch. And again, you could set it to 4x3, but I'm not going to do all that. I'm just testing it out. Again, this does not look bad at all. Might be seeing this movie in a few years. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It still looks clean. It doesn't look as clear as the Mega SG, but again, I mean, you're not... The Mega SG is if you want the best of the best. This is if you want to just play a game with your buddies on a Friday, Saturday. Just want to spend a weekend hanging out, playing some retro games. That's all this is for. Controller's fine. I don't feel lag. Very sturdy. Again, I've used this controller before. It's just not with this machine. I love this game. I got lucky. Someone traded in the red one. And I bought that immediately. So why don't we pause this? Why don't we check something out here? And I know this will work. But why the hell wouldn't we try? Let's try the dongle from the Retrobit Sega Genesis controller. We're going to unplug this one. It comes with. And there you go. It's lit up. Just hold our start button, get the red light, and we are good. you can use this controller with this machine. And I assume if you have the NES 8-bit do and SNES 8-bit do controllers, you can also plug those in without an issue. You'll be fine. I'm not feeling any lag here. Again, maybe because I'm right next to it, I don't know, but I'm good. Game is very playable. Okay, well, let's try the EverDrive. That's not bad. Clicking this Genesis thing in is the Genesis slot on here. You got to really click it in there, but to pull it out, it's not a big deal. And it looks like it does not want to read that EverDrive. We will try again. And there it is. Select the game. Let's just do this. You know where I'm going. Put the light on so you guys can check it out. Again, this is the controller that I'm using. You can use the controller it comes with, but get the wireless dongle, works fine, no issues. If you want wireless, you don't gotta worry about it. Here we go. Going back to the game here. It's my favorite game. I got this for Christmas, '95. Still have it. Switch it up. Looks good, man. It doesn't look too bad. Now, it doesn't look as clear as the other one, obviously, the Mega SG, but this is, like I said before, this is not for enthusiasts, just for people that want to play the games. They'll pay $80, they'll get all three machines in one, and they don't have to worry about it. Maybe the Nintendo doesn't work, or the Genesis doesn't work like mine. My Sega Genesis I got as a kid just stopped working. Okay, so we know it reads EverDrive. Let's try one more for Genesis, and then we'll get on to NES. This is a nice machine, for sure. Genesis port needs some work, but you got to break it in, I guess. And there's Fix-It-Felix. Yeah, there's some blur to it. But it reads it. It reads homebrew. Reproduction, homebrew, and reads all that stuff. So go there. I have one NES game, and I don't think we'll be able to play it because I forgot to bring an NES controller up here. So we have the Little Mermaid. It was the only game I could grab down there. I was looking for Punch Out for Famicom, and I couldn't find it. I have it. I have that game. I just don't know where the hell I put it. You know, I can't tell if the colors are... I have to wait for the demo to start playing. Yes, anytime this week. You know, I might be able to play this. I have a dongle over there. It might work. Why don't we pause this for a second and I will see if I can get a dongle for this so we can play it. Okay, so many hours later, I'm back having 8-bit-do NES dongle, and I have the 8-bit-do N30. These controllers and dongles are awesome. So let's plug this in and play some NES. Let's see if I can get this. Plugs right in. Hold the button down. I'm gonna hold the button down on my controller. How do I even put this in pairing mode? There we go. There we go. And turn the light off so you can see a little bit better. I can't tell if these colors are off, because I know in the Retron HD the color palette's completely off. I mean, I played this game a long time ago as a kid, but I haven't played it recently. So I can't tell you if the color palette is off. I'm sure it is, but I cannot confirm that. I'm not getting any lag. I'm good. So, again, this doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too blurry or anything. It looks decent. Like I said, if you and your friends are going to go on a weekend and just say, hey, let's just play retro games, this console is perfect for that. You just got to make sure you get an NES controller on top of it or whatever. It does not come with an NES controller, and these controllers are not interchangeable like the other Retron systems. Just be aware of that, and I think you'll be fine. So for like $90, $100, you can get this machine, get an NES controller, and have a good time. It's also good for kids too, you know. It's just, they want to play old retro games. You got one machine that does it all. You don't have to worry about it. So, put the light back on so you can check this out. So I think we're gonna wrap this up. I don't have anything else to show you for the most part. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up. I recommend this. I highly recommend it. If you're just on a budget and you just want to play some old classic games, or you found some games in your attic or your basement or something, you can't find the systems or your systems don't work, definitely pick one of these up. A Retron 3 HD by Hyperkin. I'm very impressed. So it's pretty cool. And I'm glad that I was able to get one and open it, unbox it for you guys, and show you how it works. And that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. And I'll have more unboxings for you guys sooner than you think. Take care, everyone.